Okay. Hello, this is Dark Manji, and look, I understand like everyone and their mother complained about the development of this game, how the PS4 and Xbox One versions are complete utter dog turds. But I'm just gonna read this here and tell you my thoughts, just to let you know, a disclaimer. I should be the last person talking about this because I don't even have the game. I actually was planning on getting it on PC, but I'm waiting it out until maybe a few upgrades or updates apply on it. Just because even though the PC version is doing better than the PS4 and Xbox One versions, at least like it could be more functional because I heard it was crashing. But whatever, I'm getting out of subject here. But this is what CD Projekt Red has said. Dear gamers, first of all, we would like to start by apologizing to you for not showing the game on base last gen consoles before it premiered, and in conscience, not allowing you to make a more informed decision about your purchase. Okay, so pretty much they are apologizing, yes, but it was kind of scummy for them to not show the final results for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. We should have paid more attention to making it play better on PS4 and Xbox One. Okay, here's the first issue. This game was announced um, back in 2012. Back then, it was before the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One was even announced. Like around that time, we had PS3 and Xbox 360. Like those were the consoles. I don't remember exactly when the Wii U was coming out, but it doesn't matter. But they had 8 years, right, to work the game for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And the amount of delays that they did. Like they did a total of 4 delays, and it still wasn't good for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One is unacceptable. Cause you have to remember too, like for PlayStation 4, right? You have games like Final Fantasy 7, Ghost of Tsushima, um, Last of Us 2, God of War, Red Dead Redemption, all those games, right? For both these consoles, and they look so visually amazing, and yet they had this entire time they worked on CD Project Red this entire time worked on Cyberpunk 2077, and it looks so bad on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One to the point where like I saw a picture of it and I thought it was like PlayStation 1 graphics. But anyways, I'm gonna continue. Second, we will fix bugs and crashes and improve the overall experience. The first round of updates has just been released, and the next one is coming within the next 7 days. Well, probably a bit sooner than that because at the time of this video, I posted this probably like a day or two after this statement. But anyways, accept more as we will update frequently whenever new improvements are ready. After the holidays, we'll continue working. We'll release 2 large patches starting with patch 1 in January. This will be followed by patch 2 in February. Together, these should fix the most prominent problems gamers are facing on last gen consoles. We will be informing you about the contents of each patch ahead of their release. They won't make the game on last gen look like it's running on a high-end high spec PC or next gen console, but it will be closer to that experience when it is now. Okay, so this is the issue. Cyberpunk, oh, yeah, Cyberpunk 2077, like the developers, they were mainly concentrating on PS5 and Xbox Series X and PC. And right off the bat, they weren't concentrating on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, which is a main pet peeve that I have. Now, granted, yes, I wasn't even gonna buy it for none of these consoles. I was gonna actually buy it on the PC, but still, buying. They had again. This was announced back in 2012, right? This was even before the play, way before the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. This Cyberpunk was meant to be a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One game, and they had four delays. And again, they you know, it just looks like it just looks trash, and it's unacceptable. Yeah, they apologize at least, so but still, it's like you had all this time, all these years, and you guys didn't even put effort into these two consoles. Well, let me finish reading this. Finally, we would always like everyone who buys our games to be satisfied with their purchases. We would appreciate it if you would give us a chance, but if you are not pleased with the game on your console and don't want to wait for updates, you can opt to refund your copy. I'm gonna go over that later. It's good that CD Projekt Red is offering refunds, but I'm gonna go into detail about that later. For copies purchased digitally, please use the refund system on PSN. Remember that part, or Xbox, respectively. For boxed versions, please first try to get a refund at the store where you buy the game. Should this not be possible, please contact us at helpmerefund at cdprojectred.com and we will do our best to help you. Starting from today, we can contact you can contact us for a week up until December 21st, 2020. Humbly, I can read their names. P.S. PC gamers will also be getting regular updates and fixes improving the game, which I'll go a little bit on that later too. Okay, so at least CD Projekt Red is offering refunds. So even though for what they did is very scummy, they're at least offering refunds. So that's a good thing. But the issue though is even though they are offering refunds, not everyone is offering them. Like PSN, they said refund system with PSN. PlayStation Network isn't going to offer you a refund if you play the game about more than an hour. So if you play the game more than an hour digitally, they're not going to refund your purchase. So that's it. You bought it digitally, you played it for more than an hour, you're screwed. So I don't know. You're probably gonna have to contact CD Projekt Red, which is kind of shitty. But other than that, like at least they offered a refund. And as for the PC gamers, again, I am gonna plan on getting the game on PC. I didn't pre-order it, which I'm about to explain why. But again, I didn't really want to buy it because again, it has to have improvements and updates, like fixes, like they have to put some patches to fix it because I heard even though the game runs pretty good on PC, they it keeps it has some bugs and keeps crashing. It's not as bad as the PS4 Xbox One versions obviously, but there are some improvements that the PC version needs. And honestly, I mean, I have a few other reasons why, but I'm going to wait probably up probably like next year to buy it. But I'm definitely going to get this game though. I'm not saying that Cyberpunk 2077 is a terrible game. No, I heard my friends literally play this game all night. In fact, one of my friends played it till like 6 in the morning. All I'm saying is like CD Projekt Red should have done a better job with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions. Now, this gets me back to what I'm about to tell you. Like, I don't like pre-ordering games. And the reason why I don't like to pre-order games is because whenever there's a game that's been announced, everyone gets too hyped up for it. And the majority, not all every single time, but the majority of times when there's a good game announced, it and sometime when it comes out, it's just not as good. It's very disappointing, and it gets to the point where it's just like, Jesus Christ, why is it so bad? Like I can remember Battlefront 2, the new Battlefront 2 came out. Everyone was hyped for that, and what had happened was people were getting refunds. Like they were trying to get refunds because I guess EA decided to put microtransactions in the game, and people wanted to get refunds, and they literally took out the refund option on on uh, on Origin. So you couldn't refund Battlefront 2, which was very scummy, you know. And pretty much there would be some people that would like literally pay to get Darth Vader in the game. But anyways, like, but stuff like that, like I don't like pre-ordering games because something like that could happen. Like I'm gonna give you a good example right here. Brink. I remember my friends were talking about Brink all the time, right? Like this was the game like that they were having expectations for. And when the game came out, it was trash. It was complete garbage. This game was supposed to be like the next big thing, and it wasn't. It was just complete garbage. Uh, Fallout 76. That was a mess. I don't need to explain myself about that. Mass Effect Andromeda. Again, people were excited for it when it came out. It wasn't all that great either. Anthem, another game that wasn't all that good. Like it was just very disappointing. But yeah, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like I think the last time I pre-ordered a game was the new God of War. And yeah, that game was amazing, like one of my favorite games of all time. But still, I really don't like pre-ordering games because something like this could happen. I'm not saying every time it would happen, but something like this could happen. And yeah, I'm still gonna get Cyberpunk for PC. And maybe I'm the last person to probably talk about it because I don't even have the game. But I heard about the news and I kind of agree with everyone on the internet talking about it. It's like, you had 8 years to make this game, four delays, and it's still not polished. Like, what they should have done was, and people might not want to hear this, but still, delayed it again to make sure that the PS4 and Xbox One versions were in at least more stable than what they are now and playable. So yeah, um, but that was but yeah, that's what they should have done, and well, hopefully these patches will work. But honestly, I'd recommend getting it on new gen consoles and PC. But the other thing I forgot before I end this video is that not everybody was able to get a next gen console, or not everybody has a high tech PC. Like the majority of people have PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and that's pretty bad because you have to think about it. Like including myself, I don't even have a next gen console. I decided not to get one, and for people, and plus they're always sold out. So it's like, well, most people are gonna have a PS4 and Xbox One. So I and the fact that CD Projekt Red potentially didn't show gameplay of last gen consoles was very scummy, and I didn't like that. Like I'm sorry, I don't like that. Even if I have a gaming PC, I don't like that. That's very uncalled for. So I'm glad, but I am glad that they're offering refunds at least. So at least they didn't pull like EA where they're like, yeah, we're gonna take off the refund so that people won't refund our game. No, like CD Projekt Red at least gave a statement, admitted their mistake, and decided to get refunds. So that's a step to the right direction, and hopefully these patches will work. So I'm really hoping it works out. But anyways, thank you for watching, and if you do enjoy this video, please hit like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.